Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for January 18th, 2018. For your Thursday, this system right here is the system that was affecting the Carolinas and Virginias yesterday. Virginia, North Carolina, and it is now sliding off to the east. That is going to remain harmlessly away from our area. So this second system that was speculated originally several days ago to maybe come up and give us like a 1-2 punch and give us more snow is going to be heading due east and not coming up the coast. So this system is actually going to blow up offshore, but it's not going to affect our area. And in its wake, we are going to be mostly sunny today. Temperatures are still going to be on the cold side, though. It's colder than average by at least slightly below average. And then after today, we start to turn the corner and moderate a little bit. We're going to head into the January thaw period that's been much advertised after that point. But we do remain mostly sunny today, mostly clear tonight. So any freezing, even though the temperatures are going to a lot of places are going to be at or below freezing for highs today, you still have plenty of sun and radiational heating to deal with during the day. So you will have some snow melt. Just keep that in mind because overnight tonight we'll be back into very cold temperatures under mostly clear skies, and any of that melted through the day will lead to some icy spots overnight, especially in untreated surfaces. I think the road should be fine, though. We should have enough wind today to dry out the roads as it's melting on any treated road surfaces. They should be treated by now anyway, but if they're not for some reason, anything that is on the roadways, but more in particular the sidewalks and walkways where you had some melting occurring that ran off onto the sidewalks, that will refreeze overnight tonight. And then we get into Friday, another mostly sunny day, but the temperatures are going to start turning the corner a little bit. We're not going to be an abrupt change Friday, but we get from, maybe near either side of the freezing mark to upper 30s to low 40s for highs. And then Saturday, we really start turning the corner and get well into the 40s to near 50 degrees across the region. So it'll be a very mild day here on Saturday. Sunday, much of the same, except we're going to call it partly cloudy on Sunday. We'll get ahead to that now. Here, partly cloudy because you have a warm front that's off to our west, but we're still dry. I'm going to move ahead just a little bit here. This is going to be Sunday evening. This is important because we have of course, the AFC Championship game in Foxborough, NFC Championship game in Philadelphia. Both of them, you can see, are clear, dry, mild temperatures for each one. You're going to be in the low to mid 40s at the kickoff up here in Foxborough, and probably about 40 at the start of the Philadelphia Eagles-Vikings game. And that is going to be at the game start. So, of course, during the game, we'll go from 40 down into the middle 30s by the end of the game. So, not too bad for either location, especially for January. And it will be, weather will not be a factor. Either will be the wind. There's no wind expected either. So, should be no weather issues for either game, which means it's just strictly on talent of who wins and not a weather factor. We do have a warm front that's going to push through and push north of the area, and that's going to be overnight Sunday night and Monday. You can see that right here. Very weak signature, but it is there. Warm fronts like this, it actually extends back to this low pressure, which is back here, and there's a cold front associated with this as well. We're going to be warm sectored in here, so again, on Monday, we get another surge of warmth out ahead of this. But we should remain mostly cloudy, I think, Monday, because that warm front's going to be in the vicinity. I don't expect too much in the way of sun, maybe some peaks of sun, especially in our southern areas. But once we get that cleared, especially in the afternoon, we should have maybe a better chance of seeing some peaks of sun in the afternoon. But the warm front will be off to the north across New York State at that point, and we will be mild here on Monday, maybe low to mid 50s for highs for some locations here on Monday. It's going to depend on how much cloud cover erodes. Otherwise, it's probably closer to 50, but either way, it's going to be mild. Going beyond this, we get into Monday night and Tuesday morning. We have a system cutting into the Great Lakes, so the cold front associated with that will bring some rain to the region. This will be rain everywhere. No chance for frozen precipitation, and there's really not a cold push of air coming in behind this, so I don't expect this to be a rain changing to snow type deal on Tuesday. This is just going to be rain throughout, I think, and not a real big cold push. The temperatures on the other side of this front are going to drop a little bit, but we're going to be dropping back into the 40s for highs on Tuesday and Wednesday. But once this does clear, which will be later on Tuesday, we do see skies returning to partly cloudy, so partial clearing later in the day on Tuesday after some morning showers, and that exits, and then here is Wednesday. We're back to mostly sunny skies once again to head toward the end of the week. Also been hearing some rumors about some snowstorm or something like that at the end of next week. I don't see anything like that right now, so you can just throw that out. Again, this January thaw period is going to go for a little while. This goes up until about the 20th, from the 20th to about the 27th. So it's going to be a 7 or 8 day period of above average temperatures. We might have, and I'm going to update the long range on Friday publicly, but we might have like a 2 day period there where temperatures get back to normal around the 27th, 28th time frame, maybe 28th, 29th, somewhere in there. They go back to normal for a couple days and then go right back to above average after that. So maybe a transient shot of cooler air, and we'll have to keep an eye on that just in case it's cool enough for at least the interior locations up here to get into something. We'll see. I don't see anything right now. Until the following weekend would be the first chance for something like that to happen, but I don't really think that's going to be a wintry side yet. But we'll monitor, of course, as we get closer, and we're not looking at something at 10 to 12 day lead time. We're looking at it more within a week, within a reasonable amount of time. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is our outlook for January 18th, 2018. Have a great Thursday.